Yo, welcome back for part 2 of the Fontaine Archon quest. Archon. Hotel de Bord. Hotel de Bord.
Right? Yet it was because this was such a preposterous notion that the investigation could never In such investigations, even the small— To be honest, I don't have high hopes for any follow-up that the authorities— It's not that I don't have faith in— It's easy to guard against, which is exactly why the Pt.2 those highfalutin folk— It's alright. Let's talk about something else. Like, what are your future plans?
That's true.
I've heard that there's a long line.
Yeah. Guess that's been—
Well, one way would be to infiltrate a performance troupe at the— I'm sure Lady Farina would be eager. All right. Here, I can personally testify that this one works. When I'm valid point. All right. You did defeat her in court, clearing citizens of hers from false accusations.
You mean that if we catch her while she's on a break, she might be— Why don't we give it a try after—
Huh?
Was Sorry.
No, it's fine. We're just about done.
Alright. Honestly, Paimon wouldn't recommend Fonta anyway.
Is that so? Huh. Well, in that case, we'll have to blacklist the Fonta here. If we're all finished eating, then I'll go—
Yeah, we're—
Oh, libre na kami ng Navian 2 times.
Oh, so full. Paimon can barely float anymore. Nah, that would be so normal.
Okay.
Hey, Navia, what are you doing over there?
Oh, nothing. It was just a meal, you know? Nothing the Spina di Rosula can't cover.
Let's get ready to try to meet the Hydro Archon again. Bye!
So this is goodbye, huh? Well, if you do encounter any other trouble in Fontaine, you're always welcome to contact the Spina di Rosula. I'll give your request the highest priority.
Wow.
In any case, I wish you smooth sailing. I'll see you again, partner.
See ya!
Oh, partner. They're partners now. Ibawas ako. Oh no. We going there, bro? Wait. Ito mahirap eh. Hindi ko pa din na-unlock. Okay, so kung na-unlock ko na yung yan, this one. Kasi, holy. Teka. Unlock ko din yun dito.
Welcome to the Navia line. I am Elfan. The boat will be departing imminently. Please do not stick your head, hands, or other body parts outside the boat. The Aquabus operator is not responsible for any accidents or injuries resulting from doing so. Also, please remember to buy the Steambird, though I don't read it myself. The destination of the current tour is Khaenri'ah. Points of interest worth visiting include the Fountain of Lucine and the Opera Epiclese. If you look to the left in the direction we are currently traveling, you will see the famous Fontaine Research Institute up in the sky. An experiment gone wrong turned new sightseeing opportunity. Human ingenuity truly is a wondrous thing. We are now approaching our final destination. Please be sure to bring all your personal belongings with you as you disembark. Even though I will take any forgotten items to the lost and found, the paperwork is rather annoying, as Melusine hands are not suitable for grasping pens. Please be careful when disembarking. It has been my honor to be your tour guide this trip. Thank you.
Welcome to Fontaine. Muli. Concentrate muna. Uy, late old dog. Are you a Labrador, my friend? No. Ganda ng Fontaine.
There aren't many people.
Vache!
Looks like we're back here. Huh? Traveler?
Vache!
Hey,
Blancheur.
why are you still walking? Huh? Hey, Traveler? Stop walking!
Oh no.
Come on, wake up!
What the hell?
Vache! Are you... my dear Vache? No, wait. You seem to be someone else. My memories feel like they have been washed away like a... How much have I lost? How many things that I once held dear while on land have I since... Yes, that is what I was once. I do not know how I came to be like this either.
Wait, human pa? Oh.
I also remember going to men. No matter where I went, Vache would go with me. But now... No! However, the thought of me gives him no succor. If you meet Vache, perhaps that is so. If only I could have comforted him. Told him that I did not suffer. Is that what you call it? It was a state of neither fear. I could also liken it to being a thirsty person who drinks water for the first time. And only then, I think I hear your companion. Farewell then. I am glad that you were able to say.
Oh.
Wake up! Come on, hurry! Navi is outnumbered!
Wait. Oh, NPC boy.
Demoiselle, look out!
Dear God, it's a whole army of Gardamex. Chlorand?
Oh. Mommy chlorine.
Quick, now's our chance! I should thank you for lending us your sword there, Chlorand. But before I do so, could you
I followed you. It seemed to me that danger has
best
followed you more
friend.
closely as of late.
Best friend. Buksan natin. Ang hirap para mic ko. Holy hell.
I believe that following someone without their knowledge...
Mr. Callus's last wish was for me to ensure your safety,
Oh.
and I will not betray his trust. He would do the same, were he alive today.
Do not speak of my father!
Sorry, Demoiselle. I was not strong enough.
Thank you for your aid, Miss Clorand, but do keep an eye out for your manner of speech. I believe we all wish—
Sorry, I did not consider your feelings.
Whatever. What else do you know? How did you come to the conclusion that I'd be in grave danger?
I doubt I know much more than you, but I believe that the mastermind behind the serial disappearances is very powerful.
Oh.
Your performance tonight will almost certainly attract their attention.
I'm sure they've known about me. And what about these Gardamex? I thought only those associated with the Maison Gardiennage could control them.
None of these mecha have serial numbers. I was sure to check a moment ago. They are not the ones used by
Oh.
the authorities to enforce the law. I can only conclude that some
Arlecchino ba yan?
powerful or wealthy party must have obtained them via illegal means, deploying them as a private force of sorts.
What? Your point being that they're out of Spina di Rosula's league, then?
Yes. Be careful, and do not act rashly.
I will continue investigating no matter what. We will bring the truth to light. That's my father's true last wish. Regardless, thank you for your help today, Clorand. But if you get any ideas, tell me first. I don't much appreciate being followed.
I do not think that they'll strike again anytime soon. So I shall stop following you. Good day, all.
Mommy chlorine. Holy shit.
Right. I suppose that's the best news we've gotten today.
Demoiselle, I believe that Miss Clorand—
I know, she's...
Oh, thank goodness! I thought we were done. Those Gardamex came out of nowhere while you were unconscious, and Nadia and her gang saved us! Oh, and there was that champion duelist named Chlorant who came out to save us too!
Oh, come now. Forget all that polite talk. That wasn't real as such. We're still
It will take 50 years for me to match Demoiselle's magnanimity.
If it were me, I would have joined the Spina di Rosula on account of her goodwill.
Actually, Navia, how did you know that we were in danger?
Well, to be honest,
Huh? Really?
yes. All thanks to you grabbing my drink by mistake. After we parted ways, I was on the way back to that the Fanta tasted kind of salty and icky. Fanta only comes in sweet flavors. So how could it have tasted salty?
They
The
poisoned.
color of the drink, if I recall, had also...
So the Fanta had been spiked with water from the primordial sea?
Yes. So if you hadn't drunk that cup for me...
Spina di Rosula is preparing the grandest of awards for you as we
Damn.
speak for saving the boss.
Huh? Really?
I sent people to Hotel de Boer to investigate. But that's when I figured out that you might be in danger.
What? Why would they go after us too? All we did was...
Well, you did foil a plan that they were Speaking of which, did anything strange happen when you drank the primordial seawater?
Well, it can't be a coincidence that the traveler fainted just now. He said that he heard that voice calling for Vache again. Oh, and this time Paimon heard it too. But it was real. Does that mean the primordial seawater raises someone's sensitivity to
That doesn't sound like too much of a bad thing to...
new intel? What?
Well, let's hear it, Oh. Vache. That name doesn't ring... Since he saw that young woman dissolve, he was... But he never gave testimony or any information regarding... Yes, thank you. You...
Well, you did say that our friend... And besides, we're in this now whether we like it.
Demoiselle, do try not to look quite so...
You talk too much. Well, in that case, we also have some plans to...
Don't worry, you two. With us around...
Damn. Wait, malayo ba yan? Oh, here. In Fontaining right now, bro. Ang kita eh.
It's right up ahead, but...
I've been keeping watch, Demoiselle. I haven't spotted any...
Very...
I shall find rooms for our respect...
Thank you, Malus. Now, let's continue travel.
They're the best NPCs in the game, bro. Holy shit. Hey yo, we undergrounding na. Let's go. Oops. What the fuck you doing here, bro? Okay, damn. Oh, we here now. Sewers. Oh. Yun yung underwater. Damn. Parang di na Genshin to eh. Bioshock na to eh.
So, this is your...
Your accommodations have been arranged.
Well, after all, we don't allow illegal or unethical profiteering. In fact, our funds often come from citizenry who support us.
Seems like it's tough times for everyone.
To be honest, our financial situation was a lot better back when my father was in charge a few years.
Your father... He was the previous...
Demoiselle, if you'll allow me to...
No, I'll explain it myself. I suppose I couldn't run. My father's name is Callus. Yes,
Oh.
the same one they call Callus the Unfaithful in the streets. 3 years ago, he was accused of murdering his own friend. But he chose a duel to defend his honor instead of standing trial. He died in the duelist's ring.
Oh no.
But I do not believe my father was a murderer. At the time, I believed that if he only stood trial and was duly investigated, but strangely, he not only requested the duel himself, but even after being seriously injured, to the point where he could be deemed as having lost the duel. 3 years later, how could he protect his honor if he's dead? The closest piece of info I have is that my father had been
So that's why you're so...
That's right.
Damn.
However, I believe that if the murder case is related to those behind the disappearances, they must know something. I must know what really happened. Was my father coerced? Framed? Even if he really did kill his friend, I must get to the truth.
Okay, I'm back. Let's go Taylor Swift.
If only he'd been more open with me when he was still alive. He even hid the fact that my mother died due to complications, and now, here I am investigating his death.
Demoiselle, please.
I also will never believe that Master Callus murdered anyone. Master Callus did so much good in life, yet all it took was one murder case for him to be dubbed Callus the Unfaithful. Even our supporters decreased greatly due to that incident, hence our...
Wait! If Callus was such a good man...
No. Perhaps people just revel in that kind of drama.
No.
It's not something exclusive to people from
Damn.
Fontaine, really. People love watching the evil turn over a new leaf, but they also enjoy watching good people fall into an abyss from one slip-up just as much.
But how could... never mind. If Callus...
There is one other thing.
Oh! Her? Well, then... Isn't that as good as saying that she was the one who killed him? Yeah. That's not the sort of thing that you can just...
Miss Clorand has always placed great emphasis on the honorable nature. She knew Master Callus beforehand and greatly respected him, but seeing how he was resolute in the arena, there was only ever one choice she could have made.
It's not that I don't understand her at all, but I just can't deal with this yet.
Don't worry, Navia.
Afterward, Miss Clorand told us that at the start of the duel, Master Callus requested that she ensure Demoiselle Navia's safety. Yes, that is our understanding.
Oh, Papa. What madness drove you to ask the person who killed you to take care of me? All right. Anyway, that's the information I wanted to... thanks.
Yeah.
Please, relax and get some sleep. We will ensure you...
I'm sleeping now.
Paimon, huh? Navia?
I sent them back to Poisson. It's Spina de Rosula's
Poisson.
place of origin, and where we have our headquarters.
Paimon gets the feeling that you're just trying to get them off your back, but never mind that.
No, I just returned after going out for a while. I did
Wait, so you didn't...
How could I after...
Guess Paimon wasn't speaking for everyone just now.
Unfortunately, this name seems to have been wiped. I suspect that those behind this have already taken steps.
Does that mean we're too...
No. There is one ray of hope. one place in Fontaine that they would find almost and that is the archives kept by Chief Justice Neuvillette. A place where detailed files
Neuvillette.
on if the Oceanid you met is one of the young women who went missing recently. We should be able.
So Neuvillette maintains an archive of case files? Whew. Guess that's the hard-working Chief Justice for you. In that case, let's...
No, it's nothing. The palais is right up ahead. Come on.
Palay Memoria. Palay. Palay. So dito yung office niya na Neuvillette. Putek. Neuvillette nga.
Halt! Please state your business here. The Chief Justice is present. This place...
Hey, don't you recognize us?
Huh? Who are you? Just to be clear, I don't...
See? They've got great discipline, too.
Yep. Paimon can tell. If you're here just to crack jokes, I can point you towards the exit. Unlike some, we're busy.
No. What I meant to say is, shouldn't you remember us from a...
Oh, yes, I remember. I read about it in the Steambird.
We're here today to report an archives...
Huh.
Of course. Don't worry. We're here on official...
All right then, I'll let you through. The Chief Justice is just inside.
Thanks.
Please come in.
Sorry to barge in, Monsieur Neuvillette. We
Neuvillette.
to get in because we didn't know any other way.
It's all right. Please let me...
So...
We're looking for a man called Vacher. He may have been an eyewitness in the serial disappearances.
Ah, I see. In that case, please wait here a moment while I browse through the files.
Who knew that Neuvillette would be so easy to talk?
No, the eyes, bro. He the dragon.
Unfortunately, I'm quite certain that no one by the name of Vacher has been involved in any case, criminal or civil, in the past several years. There are no records of him either in the files or in my memory.
Traveler? What?
Is that so? All right then. Thank you so much, Monsieur Neuvillette. We'll...
Ahem. Miss Navia, I can understand how you feel. Your father, Callus, was a truly exceptional man. We deeply regret his passing.
And what are you trying to say, Monsieur Neuvillette? Are you trying to console me? No. You are not trying to do any of that. I can hear it in your voice. There's no emotion behind... It's just like last time. After my father took his place in the duelist ring, I pushed through the guards to talk to you as a last resort. You even told me then that you thought there was something fishy with the case, yet you still allowed the duel to go ahead. In your eyes, the value of a human life is nothing compared to those cold laws you hold so dear. If you truly regret my father's death, why didn't you give me the power to stop him from throwing his life away? Why did you just let him die? Everything was hanging on a thread. There are still so many things. If you really have no heart, then just look me in the eyes.
I'm sorry, Miss Navia.
You and my father are truly alike. It's not so much that you can't feel, but that you... Oh well. In any case, everyone already knows full well the apathy of the Chief. My apologies for taking my emotions out on you, Monsieur Chief Justice. Let's go, Traveler and Paimon.
Galit si Taylor Swift pa. Nagawa na siya ng kanta.
Navia, are you okay?
I'm fine. Rain. It's raining.
You're right. Wasn't it still sunny when we went into the building? And there shouldn't be any active trials today. How strange.
Now that I think of it, on the day my father was convicted of murder, it was also raining.
What is it? Did you think of something?
Yeah, he was outside. It was uncovered and the rain could fall there. Why? That thought has occurred to us before. We've even expanded the search area to try to account for that. But didn't find anything of that. Oh? Wait.
So you're saying that the true murderer could have been turned into water? And then... Yeah! And if that's what had happened...
I really think I found a true genius for a part. All right, let's go to Poisson. With...
Yeah! What?
Do you want to go with me now? Oh. Great.
Uy, gagi. Uy. Ano ako? I'm in Poison. Wait. Okay. Nulog pa nga.
Whoa! What a huge ship!
There's no need to be so surprised. My father was the one who asked for it to be built like this. Perhaps a gigantic and glamorous ship embodies discovery, opportunity, ambition, and conquest. It symbolizes Spina di Rosula's bright and limitless...
And Paimon thought you were bluffing when Paimon was confused. But now that Paimon has seen this ship for her...
Well, Poisson is where Spina di Rosula began, after all. It's a...
Damn. Hey, doggo. Gagi.
Maloose, we're back!
Apologies for the way. You said before that you still had...
About that. You still remember, right, Maloose?
Yes, the case was quite similar to that of Mr. Linnick.
Could you tell us a bit more about...
Yeah, of course. Many years ago, something called synth began to... At a glance, it was a kind of drink that could excite...
Wait! Didn't that guard guy who turned into water also mention that the primordial water could be used to produce some kind of potion?
Yes, he did. Considering what we know now, if you drink synth for an extended amount of time, you'll suffer... And if you were to stop drinking it completely, you'll experience flashes of paranoia and anxiety. As he oversaw Poisson, my father was compelled to put a stop to synth abuse, and called for...
Boss's uncompromising attitude incurred the synth vendor's wrath. Not only that, Boss became determined.
Yes, but the enemy was very cunning. Recognizing that, my father decided to contact
Siyempre,
the dealers
Fatu
in
yan.
secret. The man's name was Jacques. That night, my father hosted a banquet at his countryside estate. But then, we heard 2 gunshots from the courtyard. We raced to the scene and found my father, still holding a gun.
Huh? How did that happen?
Sounds just like Lenny's case, doesn't it? In both cases, the culprit seemed obvious. But looking back on it, though... Precisely. It's all thanks to you that I made the connection now. But, considering it now, it's almost certain you're right. We still...
Jacques was an empathetic man who was infinitely remorseful for his past actions. It's not... I think this third person. On that note, however, even though this will not please you, demoiselle, as your and your father's butler, I must... Our opponent is insidious and cruel. They are even though Spina de Rosula has lost most of its former glory, Poisson has welcomed a new time of peace. There is no need to follow your father.
If that's indeed what he wished for, was I not the closest person to him? What was the point of him dying without sharing any of the secrets he knew? Did he manage to protect... Synth is still here. Callus the Unfaithful is still his epithet. And Spina, did he think I'd just accept his... I've never accepted that. Ever. I want to find out the real answer for everyone's...
Navia.
This is indeed...
So you do know something else, Malus?
Yes, I do. In fact, even before that banquet, Boss already knew of the connection between... But what drove all the tensions to the boiling point was the revelation that you, demoiselle, had been selected as the next target to disappear.
What?
Boss also didn't tell you that he had been diagnosed with a rare illness. The doctors told him that he had no more than 5 years left to live. And the serial disappearances case, 5 years was nowhere near enough time to resolve this long-standing conflict. Knowing all of this, he decided to use one final intimidation tactic before his death. He claimed to have already gotten his hands on some key incriminating evidence for the other side. But as long as you remain safe, if something were to happen to you, then he and all those he told would immediately expose all they knew about...
Right. So nobody would be...
As we've seen, Boss's tactic has worked. Even though Boss has been gone for a long time, the other side has not tried to take Demoiselle's life.
No. I don't believe it. He never appeared to look sick.
No father wants their daughter to see them weak and haggard, especially someone as proud as Boss. To him, dying in a duel and suffering lasting dishonor as the unfaithful was still far preferable than losing face in front of his daughter.
So he chose to die in silence, so that he could protect me.
I'm afraid you're not understanding this correctly, demoiselle. What Boss wanted to... If Boss's spirit could hear you telling me that, I'm sure he'd be extremely proud.
That fool. No. He might have set up everything precisely because... Is that the amount of confidence he had in me? And what if I was never able to make it to where I am now? Yeah. I suppose that's true. With the way he'd set things up, if I had wanted, I could have just lived out my life without a care and... But thankfully, he rarely talked to me about complex matters, and thus understood little of me as a person. Huh. Malus, what was the key evidence that he...
It's the location where Sin... When he was threatening the enemy, Boss didn't share the specifics of the incriminating evidence he found. But if you want to use it against the...
Why? If we...
You mustn't forget that we're fighting against a mysterious and... There's
Bro,
no
it's
telling what
Fatui,
might
bro.
be lying in wait at their headquarters. We also have no idea what kind of... But a single visit there... The worst case would be that we leave...
Then, in that case, why not work with the...
Well, you saw one of them dissolve during Mr. Linney's case.
That's true. But things are different now.
You sound like you've put a lot of...
I am the butler, after all. I've always been willing to take on any kind of risk for your sake. But considering my relative lack of ability,
Thank you for all of that, Malus.
Oh,
let
Melus
me
the goat.
think. One conclusion I came to was that the enemy must be quite familiar with Spina di Rosula. Or at least, when I announced orders to the organization's members on Demoiselle's behalf, I used to deliberately keep a few people in the dark. If the vendors didn't change their plans after several rounds of testing and investigative the first is Florent, Spina di Rosula's senior advisor.
Huh?
Yes, surprising, isn't it?
Wait,
Thanks
wait,
to
wait.
his position
Tanda ko na
within
sumero.
Boss's innermost circle, he always knew our upcoming... There's someone else like him too. Marcel, the head of Confrérie of Khaenri'ah.
Eto. Nakita ko yun sa Sumero, I think.
Uncle Marcel.
It's a guild in Poisson. The boss helped it to grow. In the beginning, there were only...
So, they're like a sister organization?
Yes, you can say that. When we were... It's a bit difficult to imagine someone using the...
The final suspect is Thierry, the man responsible for coordinating information between Spina di Rosula and the guards. Although the guards mostly leave us to our own devices, since Thierry is always in the know about our current activities,
I see. To think that the enemy we've been fighting against has been right next to me all along. Among those
If you want to investigate them, please take every...
Of course.
You're too kind. And before I forget, proving Boss's innocence. After that incident, Jacques' wife and daughter were taken into the Spina's care. They still live in Poisson. If it might help, you could also...
Aw, thank you.
A new case awaits, my dear partner. I hope we can work to...
Okay, let's go. Where to?
It is settled, then. Please excuse me.
Thank you for arranging...
Excuse me, miss.
Hey, Navia's all quiet. This isn't like her at all.
I'm sorry that I only...
If it's about that, there's no need to apologize. After my husband died, Spina di Rosula...
But aren't all of those things nothing compared to the loss of Jacques?
You don't understand.
I didn't know how to face you. Because I didn't know what I could possibly bring as a consolation. I know only the
I'm sorry. I appreciate the sentiment, but you don't have to carry all that. On the matter regarding my husband, my daughter and I have more or less found...
Would you mind sharing it with me?
I always knew that my husband's money was earned through others' suffering. He told me countless... He had many regrets, and felt that he took the idea of providing for his family too literally. For the longest time, he thought Mora was... So when Mr. Callis came to him with a proposal, he accepted. He tried to be as careful as he could, but even so...
They found out about his betrayal?
Papa didn't say that exactly, but
Before he left that day, he told me that he had no choice. It was only later that I realized it was his final farewell. I don't know that for sure, but... Which is why I'm the one who should feel guilty. Callis had always taken great care of us, both when he was... Even if he fired the shot that killed my husband, it was likely in self-defense. It is impossible.
But Mama, why is Papa still the bad guy if Papa always wanted to be a good man?
Well, things aren't always as they seem.
Yeah, Papa was a really...
Then you should hold on to that. If a good man had to do a bad thing, then he must have had his reason, regardless of whether he left you a parasol or a...
Oh,
Thank you for everything you've told me.
Thank you. I'm very grateful to hear this from you. Even though your personality is quite different from your father's, your determination when you speak is really...
You really think that's the first...
are you okay, Navia?
I'm fine. Don't worry. Let's investigate the 3 suspects next. Florent should be nearby, and we should be able...
Greetings, boss. How may I be of assistance to...
I'm sure you've heard about...
Yeah, I've heard. With something that
It also reminded me, on the day that the after my partner here put the dots together for me, can you do me a favor and try to
let me think. Mr. Callus was feeling pretty upbeat that day. So he was drinking and bantering away with us at the table. After that, my first reaction was that Mr. Callus's life was in danger. So I grabbed my holster and made a mad dash toward the scene. But when I got there, it was already too late.
So you also remembered...
Indeed. The guards said that the first shot didn't hit anyone, while the second killed Jacques. But I've never... Reason being, Mr. Callus had left his gun on the table. But according to the guards, that doesn't mean he couldn't have had other guns on his person. About the clothes left at the scene that you mentioned. Do you think there was a third
At least from our perspective, my father had no reason to kill. The gun he was holding probably belonged to Jacques, or a third person on the scene.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. So you're saying Mr. Callus ended up with the gun because he seized it from one of the other guys? But hold on. If that's what had happened, then why didn't he... He didn't even want to face the Oratrice machine, and chose instead to prove his honor in a duel. Did he lose all faith in the courts after seeing someone dissolve right in front of his eyes?
About that, Malus told... I'll tell you everything, once...
I understand. Then, I'll leave Mr. Callus's honor in your hands. And if I may just say one more thing. The whole Callus the Unfaithful epithet has been a thorn in my side since many people have laughed at me for still calling him Mr. Callus. But it was Mr. Callus's trust that allowed me to rise through the ranks of Spina di Rosula. No matter what others might say.
Don't worry. You and all our other
Tayo sa court of Fontaine. Okay, we back.
Let's take a moment to rest and plan our next move.
Hey, Thierry! It's me.
Oh, now.
Oh, so you...
Oh, okay. Hey, I'm also a member of the guards, you know.
Are you sure there isn't a little bit of truth in that? Under normal
I mean, Callus did a fantastic job running the town. Building Spina D... It would be next to impossible for me to find a similarly Anyway, enough chit-chat. Are these two
yes. What happened at the Opera House made us realize that Linny's case, and my father's, may be...
I get it. You think there might be more to the case now that we know people can be dissolved into water, right? If you want to go through the original files from your...
That'd be much appreciated.
Of course. Without them, I couldn't possibly handle Poisson on my own. Why do you ask? We definitely can't use them to forcefully get...
Well, you see, just recently, we were attacked by a horde of unnumbered Gardamex in the city. So, if you hypothetically wanted to do something against...
Then you think too highly of my abilities. Dispatching mecha is very different from controlling them. If I had to make an analogy, when you order a dish, the chef will make it for you. You can ask the chef to cook, but not to massage your shoulders or carry... If you try to make unreasonable demands, the chef would just think you're out of your mind and ignore you. Removing a serial number is also not as easy as you might think. So I can promise you, those mecha were definitely private units. They're certainly not cheap. So, whoever their owner is must be super rich.
Oh, then you're officially in the clear, Thierry.
Oh, jokes aside, I'd like to wish you all the best with your investment. I'll be staying in the city for a little while, so...
Si Marcel. Hindi ko kabisado Fontaine kaya ito muna ako.
Hello. How may I help you? I'm here to see Marcel. Sure. I will...
Ah, Navia, hello. Sorry to keep you waiting. I'm not as young as I used to be, so my...
Oh, it's all right, Uncle Marcel. I just wanted to talk to you briefly about what happened.
Yes,
Oh, you were at the Opera House too?
That's right. I went there with Navia to see the magic show. I also witnessed your marvelous sleuthing work. To beat the Hydro Archon at her own game on her own turf, I can already imagine everyone in Fontaine discussing your exploits over a few glasses of wine.
Oh, Paimon doesn't want to become...
Apologies. It's just how Fontaine is as a nation.
Uncle Marcel, you've also noticed that other thing, right?
Yes, I was reminded of your father's case right away. Is that what you're investigating now?
Okay. Oh my god, naulan.
Exactly.
Oh.
We were attacked on Arrhenius by some unnumbered Gardamex. And there was also an attempt to get me to drink water from the... If not for the vigilance of my partner...
Oh, you're giving us too...
Alas, it seems things are heating up again. The peace that Callus sought so dearly will soon become a thing of the past. But rest assured, Navia, if anyone dares to lay their hands on you there, the Confrérie of Khaenri'ah will use its funds to the last Mora to bring...
Thank you, Uncle Marcel. Do you have any new thoughts on my...
About that. The Confrérie was responsible for that banquet. So then I heard the sound of a gunshot.
Oh, it's okay. No need to push your...
Sounds good. Just let me know if you ever need more. All my wealth comes from Callus's patronage and support. I'll spend however much it takes to clear his name.
Into the wind.
We've talked to all three suspects.
None of them sounded particularly suspicious.
I suppose that's to be expected, though. If a single conversation's... Anyway, even though...
But where should we start? Ah, you're right! Flora mentioned that Callus probably only ended up with the gun.
According to Jacques' family members, he already told them that he had been discovered, and that he had no choice before he left home that... If I had to guess, he probably received an order from the synth boss to kill my father.
So, Jacques fired the first shot?
Oh? And why is that?
Ooh, that's a good point. Jacques probably already knew that he was just...
So, what would make more sense from his perspective? Makes sense. But besides Jacques, the attack from the Gardamex has been bothering me. It's obvious that our enemy has become more antsy after the secret of the
Do you think he knew, even then, that we'd...
Given everything that's happened since, but who among the three suspects would have the ability to control privately owned Gardamex?
Marcel.
Uncle Marcel? And with funds from the Confrérie, he could also afford a large number of Gardamex. Still really hard for me to... Also, wouldn't this mean he has been spending a whole lot of Mora and energy to fight his own... Thierry, you say? But... I didn't feel like he was lying when he was talking...
Yeah. Had he actually tipped... If the mecha were taken from the guards, it should be pretty easy to...
Flora?
But...
So you're saying he's too broke?
Exactly. He can't. And even if he could, who could it be?
Marcel. He's sus, bro.
You know, If you think...
Could we be missing other?
Malus has always been very reliable. The suspect is knowledgeable about the Spina's Even if I don't want to believe it, I'm starting to see how things could all...
Well, we still have another trump card on top of all the theorizing and speculating.
Yes. We need far more solid...
Navia, here you are. Oh, I've been...
Huh?
Yeah. News came from Khaenri'ah just after...
Wasn't that place built specifically for holding trials?
I know. But they said the person they're putting on trial is a Pt.2 harbinger called
Wait.
Tartaglia.
Oh.
What?
Yeah, we know.
Well, he's been accused of being the true culprit behind the serial
Wait.
Wait.
None of our...
That's what I thought was strange about it. If the charge...
Right. Because they'll think...
Yeah. And it'll...
Si Tartaglia pa nga.
Huh? Split up? What do you mean? Since you're right, I won't have any chance of making that charge stick, though, unless we find more evidence.
We'll help you.
Mademoiselle, please allow us to accompany you.
I'm ready.
Ah, Malus, Silver. When did...
We heard that you'll be... It's our hope that...
See you then.
Okay.
Now that Navia has set out for Khaenri'ah, we should also get going. The location has already been marked on the map, so let's head over. Huh. Let's go and try to find the entrance.
I'm going to swim, boys. Paano ka nakapagsalita underwater, bro?
So this is the entrance that leads to this... Navia's probably...
It would appear that I must repeat my question again, Mr. Tartaglia. Do you accept the charge that you are the
To be perfectly honest, I don't understand your country's complicated court system. However, I did hear that people... In which case, as long as I accept the charge, I've got to admit, that's one of the most enticing offers I've ever... When I privately sparred with her last time, she was obviously holding back. Real disappointment.
Hey! Don't you understand? You're currently the prime suspect for a major case.
Oh? Sounds like the Hydro Archon wants to lecture me on the ways of the Opera House. Then why don't you duel me too?
Oh.
I'm the kind of student that learns best in the heat of battle.
No. That's not what I meant.
Alas,
Dapat siya
it would
makipaglaban,
appear
bro.
that communication with the defendant is going poorly. We have... In that case, let me explain...
That case had nothing to... Huh? What? Why is she
I told you it couldn't be one of the Pt.2 harbingers.
Miss Navia, this is the second time, but that was an exception rather than standard court protocol.
Oh, please. We can put that discussion aside for now. I'm not... And if my charges prove true...
Oh. A young lady has charged in and offered to clear my name. How fascinating. Well, so, Your Honor, is there nothing else for me to...
You may take a seat for now in the audience, but that doesn't mean the suspicions against you have been lifted. Now then, Miss Navia.
That person... Marcel, the head of Khaenri'ah of Khaenri'ah... Huh? What Khaenri'ah?
I've heard of them, but weren't...
Oh, is this going to be a friends to enemies type situation?
Please let me remind you, Miss Navia, that and if the charge...
Yes.
In that case, I declare the charge to be valid. Miss Navia, members of the guard... Mr. Marcel.
Apologies. I think an attorney...
Very well. In that case, since...
I would like to take everyone back to 3 years ago. To the case of Callus the Unfaithful. Only through elucidating what really...
Navia, dude, come on. What, if that's enough to make me a suspect?
I think there's no point in getting into the specifics right now. The audience doesn't even have the big picture yet.
Exactly correct, Your Honor. I must
I see. In which case, I will recount the findings about that case as originally recorded by Maison Gardiennage. On the day of the murder, Spina di Rosula hosted a large banquet in a countryside estate owned by the Khaenri'ah of Khaenri'ah. During the banquet, all attending guests heard 2 gunshots from the courtyard. When the guests arrived at the scene, they found the primary suspect, Callus, holding a gun. The guards' investigation did not recover any other firearms from the scene. As a result, they concluded that the suspect did not dispute this conclusion, and also declined to defend himself in court. Instead, Callus was defeated by champion duelist Clarand in the ensuing duel, and soon succumbed to the injuries. These are the known facts.
The one with the motive to kill was Jacques. Not... in truth, the third person shot Jacques first, and was shot after that, the true culprit. However, we should...
Oh my god, ito na naman tayo.
The victim's family confirms that Jacques had thoughts. Unfortunately, this assassin. A pile of... Realizing this, the true culprit caused the hired assassin to dissolve into water, leading everyone to believe Callus was responsible for Jacques' murder.
So that's what happened. Wait, you're telling me something is...
What a great theory. It also explains Callus's and Jacques' respective motives.
Mr. Marcel, you are the one being charged with the crime.
But I think I agree with everything Navia just said.
Then, may I ask some questions? 1. Do you have the evidence to...
I'm afraid...
If you don't have...
I may not have the evidence with me, but I know where I could go to collect it. If we look up the deserted clothes against a record of people who... We should be able to find it. Considering the serial disappearances case, the guards probably kept careful record.
That makes sense to me. Monsieur Neuvillette, I would
Why do I feel like...
Maybe she's scared of embarrassing herself again?
Alternatively, she's become more diligent after charging an innocent...
My second question has to do with the ensuing duel. If the truth... Then why didn't Mr. Callus explain himself in court? If he had testified that a person had been dissolved...
I've thought about this too, and the answer is actually pretty... The dissolving power of water from the primordial sea is an... My father could have exposed it for all to see. At that time, Spina di Rosula was in dire... What was certain, however...
Boss once told me that...
What? If the secret had gotten out, the culprit would have fought an all-out war with Espina right there and then. Of course, the guards might eventually figure out the truth of the matter. But what good would that do? How can a hollow verdict protect... Had this opera house ever given my father any kind of confidence in its brand of justice? But by staying silent, we retained the ability to deter our... I was able to become Spina di Rosula's president, which made me harder to target, and once I have figured out the truth and stepped up to the challenge,
So, you mean to say, your father intended to die?
That's right.
Do you have an...
Of course. All you need is to ask his opponent, Cloran. I don't need your apology, your guilt, or your but since he entrusted his will to you, Clorand.
So...
Yet, as a champion duelist, I've fought many battles, and taken a countless number of dishonored lives in my line of work. I've seen all kinds of people give their all for the faintest hope to continue living. Just one look and I can tell if a duelist is... I hereby swear on my name and honor as a champion duelist that Mr. Callus never intended to leave the ring alive.
Since that's your testimony, I have no more...
I concur. However, Miss Navia, you still have not explained the link between...
Right? What she said was fast.
Wait, weren't they just talking about the serial disappearance?
Of course, Your Honor. The two cases, in my father's case, the culprit intended to kill both Jacques and Callus. As a result, and at the end of Linny's trial, the culprit also only dissolved the victim in front of everyone because the culprit could only time their actions so precisely. Coincidentally, Marcel attended both the banquet and the trial.
So that's why you suspected me. I'm used to it, though. You've always been an impulsive...
No need to appeal to pathos.
I won't try to refute your points one by one. On top of that, does a person have to be physically present to control the...
Know what she can say to that.
I know that even... Alas, who won't feel at least a little hurt by an accusation? But if I were to dismiss this completely, do you know what the biggest flaw in your...
I suppose you're gonna tell me...
It's timing. I'm a businessman by trade. In addition, but...
I do apologize,
No.
Is there anything else? You can also take a look at my border entry records, or ask my friends and family when I left Snezhnaya for the first time. Could those records and testimonies do something to appease the...
Seems like she...
At this rate, Navia will be convicted for falsely accusing...
I think you've done but aren't you going against... He wished for you to become more rational once you've learned to be more considerate of others' feelings, and to stop rushing headlong into things.
This isn't just about me. The biggest difference between me, the people whose many people, and whose... Is it a man named Vache?
Huh.
Oh, so you...
I'm merely surprised.
I was waiting for you to say...
Wait, makikipaglaban tayo?
Get with me!
Lay waste to the wicked!
Fallen leaves, adorn my...
The Temple of Wisdom!
Flames, purge!
Dog.
Whoa! really prepared a lot of stuff for this place.
Oh. Bakit ganun?
Paimon thinks we need to go up, but Paimon doesn't see a way. Let's take a look around. Maybe we'll find a hidden mechanism that'll show us the way up.
What the hell is this? What the hell? Dapat ba si Traveler? Like, bruh, wait. Just think out of the box. Wait, you live ng domain?
Just what will we come across this time?
Our bond is strong. Everyone hold hands.
Dodge! Break force!
I'll settle this.
Water jet!
Whoa! The floor is going up. Is it because of this mechanism in the middle? That guy really prepared a lot of stuff for this place. Paimon thinks we need to go up, but Paimon doesn't see a way. Let's take a look around. Maybe we'll find a hidden mechanism that'll show us the way up.
Oh.
water level is rising. Now we can swim to the top. But this is still a ways away from where we need to go. Sharing my knowledge. Grow.
Lay waste to the wicked!
Dissipate.
Water jet! Flames, purge! Go!
Get with me. Yeah, committed to
Yeah!
lightning purified.
Water jet! Waste to the wicked!
Grow. The Temple of Wisdom. Dissipate. Now the path is clear. Let's go.
Kunin ka muna kay Kazu. Mema lang muna to, Mema. Muntik pa mahulog.
Get with me.
Dawn, break forth! Wipe out! Flames, purge!
I'll settle this. Committed to memory. Everyone hold hands. Sharing my knowledge.
Our bond is strong.
Lay waste to the wicked!
so many bottles of ingredients that probably just mixing in progress. Whoa! There's even fruit-flavored synth?
Whoa.
Yep. What's this over here? Looks like some kind. Experiment number 16 aims to verify the experiment was a failure. No individual managed to resurface from the water from the primordial sea. Female.
Gago, ang dami namatay.
Sorry, traveler. Paimon will try her best. How can someone write something that terrible and you read the rest? Paimon's too scared to keep going. So that's why. Wait, did he really think he'd be able to find a way just by dissolving people over and over? That's just insane! Huh? Isn't that the name you heard by the fountain? Paimon thought he was an eyewitness in the serial disappearances case. You mean Vache is the one who did all of these
Oh, feeling ko si Marcel si Vache.
experiments? So that's it?
Oh.
No, that's not it either. If that's the case, in any... Let's see what's... Callus. Navia's father. Oh, this seems to be an... Yep. This should prove the existence of the third person, right? We still have... The old dog's a real menace. He can act when... I concur. Let's send someone to... Oh, seems like we've got a bunch of correspondence between the higher-ups. Oh.
Where to?
What's all this? Pink accessories, a hair tie, a necklace, even a makeup box. Oh, Paimon sees it too, but why? Huh?
Oh.
You mean the girls? And then they were and all the boxes of things, these names.
Might get something here.
Oh, look! There's an important-looking basin over here, and it's full of water. That means this is where they make all the sin. If you dilute it, Paimon will. We've looked at almost everything here. Yeah, we haven't found anything that reveals. No wonder even Nervalet wasn't it that way. Even if we bring all this back to the opera, sure thing.
Something shiny, something shiny. Kailangan ko i-check ulit.
You take that. Nothing at all. And Paimon can't even find snacks either. Whoa, really? Let Paimon see. Premier. Isn't that Vache's lover's name?
Oh.
And... Aw. It's just... So many. The final name... Marcel. Wait,
Diba?
wait.
I was true. I was right. Kilala ko na. With no YouTube. Legit.
And whose image is it? A man named Oh. I was
Ang bilis naman nag-teleport.
As expected.
Just how often do you intend to
It's all right, Monsieur Neuvillette. Given their confidence.
But the truth of it,
Oh, nagsalita na siya. Oh.
is that you've always been Vache.
Huh?
We've investigated your lair. We already know after your lover, Veneer, was dissolved, you kept abducting young women to experiment. You even created Marcel as a new identity and destroyed all records of your past as Vache.
So that's it. And with that,
this information regarding, well, Marcel. You fixated your gaze on the lover that passed away. Instead, you never know.
You also never understood Boss's real.
Our determination to.
Your
Mr. Marcel, please speak up now if you.
Do you think? Pay attention to you. What for? No one helped me. No one even believed me. All those decades ago, they said there's no way a human being can turn into water. So I must have gone mad from grief. Vignette, well, now you know, don't you? Ha! Well, you only have yourselves to blame. You set up this ornate opera house in pursuit of your so-called justice. Vignier is dead. We promised each other that we would always be together. Wherever she goes, but I'm not from this blasted place. So I can't be dissolved. No matter...
Oh.
Hey, is that water from the primordial sea that he's drinking?
I can't dissolve. Can't do you all see? I can't go. I can't follow. So I did all of that. And in the end, that accursed Callus still got the better of me. I spent my entire life living on pins and needles, only to get stabbed by his idiot daughter at...
The suspect is exhibiting signs of mental distress. Guards, please restrain him.
Don't touch me! Vignier, please, Vignier.
At this point, the verdict of this trial is clear. With Mr.
Fine by me. I was in a bad mood, but after a show like that, I'm actually feeling pretty...
Traveler, please submit all... The man now known as Marcel was originally named Vache and worked as an adventurer with his partner and lover, Vignier. During an underwater expedition, Vignier accidentally came into contact with water from the primordial sea and was dissolved in front of Vache as a result. Vache learned of the primordial water's existence through the work of others and began to kidnap young women for research, with the goal of discovering a method to restore Vignier back to life. To cover his tracks, he invented the new alias of Marcel and began to operate a business in Poisson. During the course of his research, Vache discovered that a diluted concoction of water from the primordial sea can induce feelings of euphoria and began to manufacture and market synth. However, as he accumulated wealth to fund his continued research, after exchanging blows with Spina de Rasula for many years, Vache decided to assassinate their president, Callus, at a banquet. Although the assassination did not go as Vache expected, he was able to turn Callus into the murder suspect by dissolving the assassin he sent to the scene. And just recently, Vache attempted to frame Linny as the culprit of the serial disappearances case, using a similar method. However, his attempt to frame Linny failed, and the power of water from the primordial sea became public knowledge. This case also exposed enough of Vache's machinations that he was eventually successfully charged in court. Thus concludes the enigmatic history of the serial disappearances case, with the truth revealed to all.
Holy!
The Oratrice will now deliver the final...
Star Rail.
According to the judgment of the Oratrice guilty.
Guards! Take Vache.
Good. It's what he...
With that, The series.
We really just witnessed history.
He's hurt so many Huh? Are you okay?
Demoiselle?
The day our late boss had always...
Yeah. See, Papa? Spina di Rosula's still doing...
Well now, hasn't this been a most delicious piece of drama? The villain has been caught, justice has been served. Since it's been such a great show, I'll just let the false accusations against me slide. Either way, I've still got...
Please wait just one moment, Mr. Pt.2.
Oh, shit.
What now?
According to court protocol, since this trial was initiated due to a...
Oh, come on.
Please respect the laws.
All right.
Through evidence presented in the public trial that was just held, it is the guilty party has been identified, and thus we now turn to the Oratrice Mécanique. According to the judgment of the guilty...
Wait, what? Bruh, he guilty.
Hey! That's not funny! Didn't you just say I'm supposed to be innocent? What's with this verdict? Is your...
Huh? This has never happened before. The Oratrice actually returned a different...
I mean, have you ever heard of an innocent Pt.2 Harbinger?
But weren't the charges about the serial disappearances case? No matter what else he's guilty of...
The judgment of the Oratrice Mécanique d'Analyse Cardinal is, by law, the final verdict of the guards. Please take the suspect into...
Oh shit, ito na. Hey.
So this is how justice is done in Fontaine. What a joke. You've got your rules. Well, I've got mine too!
Oh shit. Oh shit, he transformed. Oh! Oh shit.
I am sorry. If you have been wronged, we will find the truth. But the rules of the court must be upheld.
Damn! Oh, may sugat siya sa mukha. Bruh. Damn!
Hey, Monsieur Novelette, what's going on? Shouldn't they have been...
Apologies. This is also the first time I've encountered such a situation. However, according to the rules established at the conception of Fontaine's court system, all I do is follow court procedure. As for why the Oratrice arrived at the conclusion it did, you should probably ask someone more knowledgeable than me.
Oh no.
Why are you looking at me? I had nothing to do with it! I don't know what happened.
What does Lady Farina mean by that?
Oh no.
She says she has no idea either, but that's impossible. Didn't she create the Oratrice herself?
Yeah, so are the verdicts reliable or not?
Oh
Can
shit.
this really be called justice?
My dearest citizens, did you really think we'd allow an incorrect verdict to be handed out in this court? Did you really believe that the judgment... Don't tell me. You thought even...
But the way she looked just now...
However, given the state of things, I shall give you an explanation. Everything that just took place, including my supposed shock and bafflement,
Bruh.
was a part of an elaborate
That's fucking Archon, bro.
with every action meant and... of course, for every performance there... If you thought Child had nothing to do with the serial disappearances case, everything he's done, not to mention all shall be revealed in time. Now, having said that, although I hate...
So she chose to make her escape after all, did she?
So you're saying we should...
She probably just put on that performance to save face. However, please be assured that I will continue to investigate this case in a personal capacity.
All right. Even though we feel pretty badly, after all, he's done.
Oh, why'd you looking at me like that, bro?
Oh, Monsieur Neuvillette! That power you showed when you took him down.
I'm the Chief Justice of Fontaine, of course. If officers of the law lack the strength and capability to enforce it...
You're the Hydra dragon. Hey, gaga face to face, bro. Nara picture muna tayo.
Hey, what are you doing? Quick, stop him!
Traveler! Hey! Traveler!
Ah! Marcel! What are you doing over here?
Stop it! No, wait! I just want to ask the Traveler something. I'm not looking to run away. Please, please, just let me ask this one small thing.
Go on.
Thank you. Thank you. I was being led away when I finally realized something. Where did you first hear the name Vache?
Oh!
I erased all records of...
Are you still trying to prove your innocence? Give it up.
Really? You did? You're sure? The Fountain of Lucine? Then she's been so close to me all along. Please give me a chance to talk to her again. Just let the Traveler take me to the fountain to see her one last...
What? Give an inch and you want to take a mile?
I don't agree.
This request, is it...
Of course! Wait, no. It's worth even more than my life.
Humans. Will they betray the instinct to live just to satisfy spiritual needs?
Oh, you're not a human, bro. You're a dragon.
Very well. I will grant your...
Your Honor.
I will go with him. You do not need to worry about...
In that case, I shall leave him in your most capable hands, Chief Justice.
Thank you.
Parang lungkot eh, no?
Is this the place? You said she's here, but what do I need to do to see her?
Yeah.
Vache.
Ah!
Yes, that's it. So you heard it too.
Vignier, it's me! It's me, Vache!
Vache?
I'm here! I'm here!
Hey, wait!
Vignier, is that you?
Vache? Why did you come? You look a lot older than I remember. How long has it been?
It's been more than 20 years.
Oh.
I've suffered for over 20 years since the day you left. All this time, only the thought of bringing you back has kept me alive. Oh, I must be dreaming. Vignier, you are my everything. I really don't know how...
But Vache, if you ask me, this world would be better off without you.
Oh.
If not for you, I would have finished my law degree and probably become a top-tier attorney one day. If not for you, I would have continued to pursue. If not for you, I would at least have been able to take care of my mother. It's all because of your selfishness, Vache.
You... Wait, you are not...
You're right. I am not Vignier. I am every woman who died by your hand. As our bodies dissolved, our consciousnesses flowed back, our thoughts circulated.
Oh.
I'm Cressy. I'm Lemonade, the only one I am not.
Why? But then...
She doesn't want to see you anymore. Every tendril of her conscience. This is what you get for your selfishness.
Oh.
Did you ever consider whether she'd want... You are a liar. The only thing you are not. From the moment your first victim died and her consciousness merged with Vingier's, she has had nothing.
No!
You still don't understand. But on top of that, she also said that because... She said that because she knew that if you did come here, we will show no Vache.
Vache?
Oh no, the NPCs are angry, bro. Holy hell. Oh shit, he died. Oh.
Finally, we have some time to do shopping. Gosh, it's really been a long time since we've been...
Well met, partner.
Even this weather can't put...
It's a pleasure to see you both again.
Oh. It's just been one thing after the other. I've been making now. Everyone from Spina di Rosula organized a memorial for my... This time, though. Everyone in Poisson, and even many people from the court, all attend...
So his name's...
It's been the dearest...
That blasted stubborn fool... Oh, by the way, I ran into well, maybe it'd be more...
Huh? So you know Charlotte?
Yeah. Way back when I first became the president of the Spina di Rosula. I believe the story was called... To be fair, though, it was a really flattering... She was trying to lean on our friendship to get me to do an exclusive...
Oh, yeah.
Anyway, I told her to make... Oh, and in other news...
Oh, are you two on...
While you were investigating Vache's headquarters, it was thanks to her that we were able to turn the tide.
Oh, that's...
Anyway, now... Oh, actually...
What is it?
I should pay a visit to my father's grave, and on top of that...
Miss Navia.
Indeed.
Sure thing.
And in that...
Yeah.
Mukhang patapos na tong arcon ko sa to. I mean, tong part na to.
This is where my father's grave is. To be perfectly honest, even I haven't been back here for a long...
Huh? Isn't that Dervalette? Why would the Chief Justice be here? Huh?
My apologies. I should have asked before.
Don't say...
Sorry about that.
Oh, I wanted to show my father how much I've grown. But still...
In that case,
You really could use some pointers on understanding human emotions, Monsieur Neuvillette. In any case.
Well, ever since that day, I've been turning a question over and over in my head.
Oh.
Just what is justice anyway? There was once a time when I didn't want to believe that there could be anything more important to humans than life itself. Oh, rather than that, it's probably more truthful to say I didn't believe humans were capable of resisting the most basic instinct of living things. That they could rebel against their own nature, or consider certain things to be... Which is also why I didn't stop your father from beginning that fateful... I believed that a truly innocent man would never throw away his life like that. That there was nothing... But Mr. Callis proved me, if not for his sacrifice, the serial disappearances case would have remained unsolved. Mr. Callis made the choice he did for his daughter. And in the end, from a certain perspective, justice that's higher than life itself. So, you asked me why I came here. I just wanted to say my apologies to Mr. Callis in person. I should have noticed all of this much sooner. This regret has filled me with a sadness that has haunted me for days. That high and mighty chair in the Opera Epiclese indeed insulates one from many important things. Spina di Rosula, thank you so much for your...
So, you're actually one of those types that's cold on the outside, but
Sorry about that.
didn't I just say?
Ah, so Navia, let's not disturb them. Paimon's never paid respects at someone's. Oh no. Anyway, Neuvillette is still.
Oh, it's you two.
We ran into Navi on the.
I see. Please feel free. Though outsiders, you helped us solve one of the greatest mysteries in Fontaine. And it...
So...
Truthfully, there used to be a special sea on the surface of this planet.
No.
The nature of its seawater. Most of Tevat's life forms were first born in that special sea.
So it really was where everything began.
But today, the primordial sea no longer exists on the planet's surface. What Vache discovered must have been some kind of special
So...
Indeed. Why would the primordial sea, which was, to be frank, that also doesn't match my understanding of this. Is there anything else? That the sea levels will rise and everyone will be dissolved in water, leaving Furina crying alone on her throne, but the sins of the people. Does that appropriately summarize?
That's right!
Yes, up to the present, I think we reached a point where we have no choice but to confront this prophecy direct. Rumors have it that this prophecy is rooted in the last words the former Hydro Archon left to the world before she passed away.
A prophecy? Of the...
Two parts of the prophecy have already proven correct. The rising sea levels and the ability... Speaking of the prophecy, Furina has also always taken it quite seriously. Indeed, she has been collecting information and intelligence from across Tevat for this. If the rumors were true, then perhaps this prophecy is the conundrum left to Furina by her predecessor.
But with Furina being the way she
Is there anything else? My apologies. However, I still believe the judgment of the Oratrice was not rendered arbitrarily. For many years, I have been quite aware that the Oratrice does not simply mechanically repeat the verdict that I give on each case. As a divinely created mechanism, the people's unified faith in the concept of justice is integrated. Not only can it produce the incredible power of indemnitium, which is all to say I have been prepared for a... I was not aware such a thing had occurred. In any case, I am inclined to believe that the Oratrice does have... Based on Furina's reaction, I doubt even she had any idea what was going on. She managed to bluff her way through it, though. The time-tested twin tricks of bravado and drama. While we do intend to get to the bottom of this, for now, we regret to say that the Fatui Harbinger will just have to bide his time in the fortress of Mirage. If we did incorrectly convict him of crimes he did not commit, we will...
If you ask Paimon, the only...
Is there anything else? Your sibling, another blonde-haired traveler. If she ever stepped foot in Fontaine, I'm sure she followed our laws to the letter, and had no reason. Is there anything else? Very well. It will soon be time for me to leave this blissful tranquility behind, and return to Palais Memoria.
You really are super busy most...
Crime and villainy do not have the day off, and so justice must work around the clock as well.
All right, huh? Paimon just noticed that the rain has stopped.
Wait, wala na Archon. Oh, okay. World quest na lang. May cons na ako kay Hydro Boy. Okay, next up. Unlock ko muna lahat ng teleporters. Right.
Our bond is strong.
Hey!
Water jet! Dawn, break forth! Bomb
bombs away!
Dinami sa tubig eh.
Out of my way!
I suppose this will do.
Gagawin ko din ito. Okay, that concludes our video for today. Is that the lock? Bye bye. See you in the next one.